Seniors, this video is on the first example for your new notes, focusing on trigonometric integrals using trig identities. So the goal for this new section is to look at functions where the trig functions are at higher degrees, and we want to rewrite them so they're in forms where we can use trig identities and u sub to continue evaluating the integral. So for the first example, we have the integral of sine cubed x times cosine squared x dx. When it comes to trig identities, we do use cosine squared x, but we don't have a sine cubed x. So I'm going to rewrite the sine cubed x as the integral of sine squared x times sine x and then times cosine squared x dx. I'm going to switch the sine x in the cosine squared x. So we have the integral of sine squared x times the cosine squared x times sine x dx. All right, so that was the first thing I wanted to do, which is rewrite the original so it's in terms where now we can use a trig identity. So now we have to identify which one we need. Well, we have cosine and sine. I know that sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. I'm going to try rewriting the sine squared x. So sine x squared equals that 1 minus cosine squared x. So that means our integral is going to be 1 minus cosine squared x times cosine squared x sine x dx. Now I'm going to use u sub to continue evaluating this integral. I'm going to set u to equal cosine x. So that means du is going to be negative sine x dx. Notice that we have a positive sine x dx in the integral. So I need to take the negative du. Now that I have u in du, or in this case negative du, I'm going to rewrite the integral using those components. So I'm going to get the integral of 1 minus u squared, because u is cosine, so u squared would be cosine squared x times u squared, and then the sine x dx is the negative du. I'm going to pull out the negative, so now we have negative the integral of 1 minus u squared times u squared du. I'm going to distribute the u squared. So I have negative integral of u squared minus u to the fourth du. Now I can just take the integral. So I have negative, let's see, 1/3 u cubed minus 1/5 u to the fifth, then plus c. I have negative 1/3 u cubed plus 1/5 u to the fifth plus c. All I have to do now is replace the u with the cosine that we had earlier. So my final answer is going to be negative 1/3 cosine cubed x plus 1/5 cosine fifth x plus c. That is my final answer.